Hello everyone and welcome to Saturday. We're starting off with dinner. Yeah, getting back to the roots of Steven Vlog, now that we're in the quad digits. I did something. I don't really know what I've done, but I've done something. It may be terrible. We're cooking chicken, and I lined it with honey teriyaki, and then I put in, God, I wish I knew. I really wish I knew. I put on some of this stuff, kicking chicken. I put on quite a bit of chili powder, garlic powder, ground ginger, some pepper, some of these crushed red pepper flakes, and we're gonna line it with mango as well. So if it turns out good, great. If not, I'm not all that surprised. Also, I left the Nintendo 64 out since yesterday, and I tried playing South Park, because I've never actually played the South Park game. I'll tell you a game that has worse level design than Halo. South Park. Oh my god. I just quit. I couldn't do it. I tried playing it for like half an hour, and you know, I was winning, but I was tearing my hair out of how bored I was. Oh, it was awful. It was absolutely dreadful. At some point, if you haven't seen it before, I'll show it to you guys, but it was a terrible game. Also, Mal made truffles earlier, but they didn't. Don't show them. Don't show. They didn't really turn out quite like regular.
I don't think there's enough chocolate. Like when I made the inside part.
I mean, they're gonna be good. Yeah, they're gonna be delicious. It's just they didn't stay round, and they look kind of droopy. Now that I've added all of the mango, Mao is putting on some hoisin sauce because she wants to get into the action as well. You just want to add random stuff. It's fun. It's fun. We're going to be really disappointed when it tastes terrible, but
I don't think it'll be terrible.
We'll see. All right, folks. Moment of truth here. It's not bad.
I know, right?
It's really not bad. That's mind-boggling. I just threw a bunch of crap in the thing, and it came out okay.
Well, the things you put in were related to each other.
It does have a little too much chili powder. A little too much. But otherwise, it's good. Even the mangoes are good. I did good. And we actually came over here to my parents' house because we are going to be celebrating my dad's birthday and having some cake. Did you know that? There's a cake. Aww. Oh, I know! Look, we so precious. Your wife is good at hiding things, is what it comes down to. Did you see? Look at the cake. Well, that's very interesting. It's very interesting. Hopefully it's more than interesting. Hopefully it's delicious. What kind of cake is this? Boston cream cake? Mm-hmm. Fun fact, the frosting that we used to write on there is the same frosting that we had in college that we put on that cookie cake way back. The frosting is kind of old. It's not that old. I mean, it's not. You're not going to get sick. It's just the frosting is good forever.
It was the last year, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't remember. We've had that frosting for a long time. Anyway, happy early birthday to my father, because his birthday is actually going to happen while we're at PAX, which is why we went over there and had some cake tonight. The last thing I want to add to this vlog is that I actually purchased, and it came today, the Pokémon FireRed LeafGreen Player's Guide. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying, wait a minute. I saw the first episode. I thought that you were taking the approach for the LP of, I haven't played this game in 10 years, I'm going to see what I remember. And you're absolutely correct, except for one very important point. If you watch the first episode, you'll know that we're drawing a lot of attention to the Pokemon that we see. When we see them for the first time, we have this fake stat sheet come up with our drawings that we've done. It's really funny, and we want to continue to do that. The problem is, in my infinite wisdom, and since 10 years have passed, I can't remember where all the Pokemon are. So I got this guide to help, because what I really want to make sure we do is, if there's Pokemon on the routes, I want to make sure that we see them. I want to make sure that we spend the extra time there fighting random battles until they show up so we can actually have their stat sheets. That's why I got this. Unfortunately, I was a little disappointed. There are some huge differences in Pokemon guides, and what I mean by that is, let's just look at this. This is Route 2 in Viridian Forest in the new FireRed and LeafGreen guide, right? It doesn't actually tell you about the Pokemon in the area, which is absurd to me. Like, really? Like, I mean, it has, like, some things here. Like, you can eventually get a Mr. Mime. but it doesn't tell you about the bug Pokemon. It doesn't tell you anything. I knew from when I was a kid that you can capture all of the bug Pokemon there, except for Butterfree and Beedrill, which you have to evolve, and you can capture Pikachu. Okay, now let's go to the guide that I've had since I was a wee one. Pokemon Player's Guide. Still in good shape, too. Let's go to the Route 2 guide for this thing. You'll see, right here, it'll show that you can get Weedle. Caterpie has a picture of Mr. Mime because you can do it with like a trade or something. And then whenever we come over here to the Viridian Forest, it actually has the Pokemon. It shows you on every page who you can capture. And that's really useful because I want to make sure that we at least see them when we are in the LP, because that's going to be where a lot of the humor is found with our drawings and our fake information. So I was really disappointed to know that that new guide didn't contain that information. The reason I got that guide in the first place was to tell me that information, but I guess I'll have to look it up online. Or I can ask you guys. I'm curious. Do the same Pokemon that appear in the routes in the old games, is that the same information for the new games? Do you know? I really need to know that, because if that's the truth, then I'm going to follow the old guide to make sure that we see all the Pokemon on every route. Otherwise, I'm going to be trying to avoid the player's guide as much as possible. I really want to make the LP what do I remember from 10 years ago, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and I know I'm going to mess a lot of stuff up, but the player's guide was really just there to tell me what Pokemon were on the routes, and unfortunately the player's guide's not really going to do that. But that's okay. I like collecting player's guides anyway, so having this one isn't really a problem. But if you guys do know the information, please share it, because it's something I really need to know. Anyway, with all that being said, that's actually going to be it for today. So thank you so much for watching, and 4 days till PAX. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We leave Wednesday night to go to Charleston, and on Thursday morning we go to PAX. Coming fast.